A sharp Italian game classical variation Greco gambit traditional line signals an aggressive start in Fide Women's Grand Prix to 0-4-5 Austria round 4, with Salimova taking on Badelka. On e4. On e5. Knight f3. Threatening knight takes e5. Knight c6. Bishop c4. Bishop c5. On c3. Knight f6. Threatening knight takes e4. On d4 played by Salimova. Threatening pawn takes c5. On takes d4 played by Badelka. We are now in the Italian game classical variation Greco gambit traditional line. On takes d4. Bishop b4 check. Knight bd2. On d5. Threatening pawn takes c4. On takes d5 played by Salimova. Knight takes d5. King castled kingside. King castled kingside. On a3. Threatening pawn takes b4. Bishop takes d2 played by Badelka. Bishop takes d2. Bishop g4. Threatening knight takes d4. On h3 played by Salimova. Threatening pawn takes g4. Bishop h5 played by Badelka. On g4. Threatening pawn takes h5. Bishop g6 played by Badelka. Knight e5. Knight takes d4. Rook c1. It is novelty move. On b5. Threatening pawn takes c4. Bishop a2 played by Salimova. Salimova's idea is to play Rook c5. Knight b6. Bishop e3. Knight e6. Queen takes d8 and take decisive advantage. Rook e8 played by Badelka. Threatening rook takes e5. On f4 played by Salimova. Salimova's idea is to play Rook c5. On c6. Bishop a5. Queen h4. Bishop takes d5. On takes d5. King h2. Knight e6. Rook takes d5 and gain a significant edge. Bishop e4 played by Badelka. Bishop e1. Threatening queen takes d4. Rook takes e5 played by Badelka. Queen takes d4. Rook e8. King h2. Rook c8. Bishop g3. On c5. Threatening pawn takes d4. Rook takes c5 played by Salimova. Rook takes c5. Queen takes c5. Knight b6. Rook e1. Threatening queen takes b5. Bishop b7 played by Badelka. Badelka is planning to play Queen d2 check. Bishop f2. Rook takes e1 and increase their advantage significantly. Queen d4 played by Salimova. Queen c8. Queen c5. Bishop c6. Bishop b1. Knight c4. Badelka is planning to play Knight d2. Rook d1. Knight f3 check and establish a winning position. Bishop f5 played by Salimova. Threatening bishop takes c8. Queen a8 played by Badelka. Rook takes e8 check. Queen takes e8. Bishop f2. Knight d to stop here and find the strongest move for Salimova. Bishop d3 is best move here because Knight e4. Queen takes a7. Knight takes f2. Queen takes f2. Queen d7. Bishop f1 position is equal. Let's analyze the main variation. Knight d2. Badelka's idea is to play Queen e2. Queen takes a7. On g6. Bishop b1. Knight takes b1 and put immense pressure on the opponent. On h4 slightly worse move played by Salimova. Queen e to stop here and find the strongest move for Salimova. Queen takes c6 is the correct move because Queen takes f2 check. King h3. Queen e3 check. King g2. Queen e2 check. King h3 still Salimova is losing, shifting to the main variation. Queen e2. Badelka is preparing to play Queen f3. Bishop takes h7 check. King h8 and secure a strong hold in the game. Queen takes a7 is not the best move played by Salimova. On g6. Threatening pawn takes f5. Bishop d3 played by Salimova. Knight f3 check. King g3. Salimova is looking to play Queen b8 check. Queen e8. Queen takes e8 check. Bishop takes e8. King takes f3 and take decisive advantage. Queen takes d3 played by Badelka. Bishop e3. On h6 take a moment to spot the best move for Salimova. On f5 is a strong choice, since Queen d8. On g5. On takes g5. On takes g5. On takes f5. King f2 still Salimova is losing, shifting to the main variation. On h6. Queen b8 check, slightly worse move played by Salimova. King g7. Badelka intends to play Queen takes e3. Queen a7. Knight d4 check. King h2. Queen f2 check. King h3. Queen g2 mate and gain a significant edge. Queen b6 played by Salimova. Queen e4. Badelka's idea is to play King h7. On h5. On takes h5 and establish a winning position. Queen c5 played by Salimova. Bishop d5 stop here and find the strongest move for Salimova. Bishop f2 is best move here because King h7. Queen e3. Queen c2. Queen c3. Queen d1. On h5 still Salimova is losing. Let's proceed to the main game. Bishop d5. Queen c3 check is not the best move played by Salimova. King h7. Badelka is aiming to play Knight d4. Queen d2. Queen f3 check. King h2. Knight e2. Queen takes e2. Queen takes e2 check, and put immense pressure on the opponent. Pawn h5 played by Salimova. Pawn takes h5. Think carefully what is the best move for Salimova. King f2 is logical continuation as Knight h2. Bishop b6. Knight takes g4 check. King f1. Bishop c4 check. King g1. Still Salimova is losing. Let's proceed to the main game. Pawn takes h5. Pawn takes h5. Slightly worse move played by Salimova. Knight h2. A masterful performance by Badelka.